The internet stopped scrolling for a moment. A notification pulsed with a somber emoji. Sad news. Ryan and Kelly Ripa's emotional announcement stuns everyone. In our modern media diet, where celebrity news often flits between gossip and glamour, such a headline lands with a distinct, heavy thud. It promises not scandal, but shared sorrow. It triggers a collective, reflexive intake of breath. What could it be? For decades, Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Ripa have been fixtures in our living rooms and morning routines. Their chemistry, on Live with Kelly and Ryan, and its various iterations, is a unique alchemy of playful banter, genuine affection, and professional seamlessness. They have shared their lives with us in measured doses, proud parenting moments, humorous marital anecdotes, and the occasional professional triumph. They have built a relationship with their audience that feels less like fan and star and more like familiar friends over coffee. So when an emotional announcement comes, it feels personal. It stuns not because it's salacious, but because it pierces the carefully maintained veneer of effortless celebrity life to reveal the universal human truths that bind us all: vulnerability, love, loss, and the courage to face a difficult tomorrow. This essay seeks to move beyond the shocking headline and the inevitable social media reaction cycle. It aims to explore the profound layers beneath a public couple's private pain, using their hypothetical announcement as a lens to examine our own relationships with grief, public personas, and the unexpected journeys that define a life. The weight of the announcement, a public door to a private room. While the specifics of any real announcement are theirs to share, let us consider the nature of such a moment. It could be a health challenge, a painful family loss, a difficult decision regarding the show, or a personal struggle quietly born until it could no longer be hidden. The content, while deeply important, is secondary to the structure of the event itself. An emotional announcement is a conscious dismantling of a public image. For Ripa and Seacrest, whose brands are built on energy, optimism, and control, stepping before the camera with visible emotion is an act of profound bravery. It is a transfer of power from the curated to the authentic. Kelly, known for her razor-sharp wit and boundless vitality, allowing her voice to crack. Ryan, the epitome of polished composure, pausing to collect himself. This dissonance is what stuns us. We are confronted with the reality that the people we feel we know are also navigating the same unpredictable tides of fate as we are. The setting likely mattered immensely. Perhaps it was a special segment at the top of their show, the familiar set suddenly feeling too bright, too cheerful for the words about to be spoken. There were no guests, no comedy bits, just two anchors. But not anchoring the news, they were the news. The direct address to the camera, to everyone at home, transformed a broadcast into a communal space. It was no longer a performance, it was a conversation, albeit a one-sided and heartbreaking one. This breaking of the fourth wall is a sacred contract in media. We will show you our truth, and in return, we ask for your understanding. The anatomy of a partnership, when the professional becomes profoundly personal. To understand the impact, one must first understand the tapestry of the Ripa-Seacrest partnership. It is a relationship built in the unique pressure cooker of live television, a format that forgives no error and waits for no one. Their trust is not merely social, it is operational, neurological. They have developed a silent language, an ability to hand off segments, rescue each other from dead ends, and amplify each other's strengths. Ryan is the structured, meticulous producer at heart. Kelly is the instinctive, connective emotional engine. Together, they are a perfect professional circuit. But what happens when a personal crisis floods that circuit? Their announcement would have revealed how a partnership forged in professionalism is stress-tested by personal adversity. The support would have been palpable, a hand placed over another's on the desk, a glance filled with an entire conversation, one voice steadying when the other threatened to falter. This public demonstration of mutual support becomes a powerful metaphor for any partnership, romantic, familial, or professional. It shows that true strength is not about never faltering, but about having a shared center of gravity so that when one leans, the other can hold. Their individual paths to this moment also inform its gravity. Kelly Ripa, a survivor and thriver in the volatile world of daytime TV, who took the helm after the tectonic shift of Regis Philbin's departure and built an empire with sheer will and intelligence. Ryan Seacrest, the perennial multitasker, whose calm demeanor masks an immense self-imposed pressure to excel across radio, television, and production. Both are, at their core, resilient fighters. To see fighters acknowledge a battle they cannot immediately win with sheer effort is a humbling lesson in acceptance. The audience's role, from spectators to witnesses. The headline says the news stuns everyone, but what is the nature of this collective shock? In the parasocial relationships of the 21st century, celebrities exist in a strange space. They are both intimately familiar and completely unknown. We celebrate their joys and, at times, critique their missteps as if they were neighbors. A sad announcement shatters this casual dynamic. We are abruptly reminded that we are not peers sharing gossip. We are an audience being asked to bear witness. This transition from spectator to witness carries moral weight. A spectator consumes, a witness acknowledges. The stunned silence that follows such an announcement is the sound of that transition happening in mass. Social media, often a river of hot takes and instant judgment, can momentarily still. The responses that rise to the top in these hours are typically those of empathy, shared memory, and simple human kindness. My heart breaks for them, sending so much love. Thank you for sharing your truth with us. The community that forms in the digital aftermath is not a fan club, but a virtual circle of support. This moment also forces a collective introspection. If they are not immune to life's sudden tragedies, then who is? The news holds up a mirror to our own vulnerabilities. It prompts viewers to text their own partners, hold their children a little tighter, or finally schedule that doctor's appointment they've been putting off. The celebrity story becomes a universal parable, a reminder to cherish the ordinary, untelevised moments of our own lives. Ripa and Seacrest would now be navigating the treacherous terrain of public grief. There is no rule book for this. Every choice is scrutinized. How long should they take off? When is it appropriate to return to comedy? Should they address it again, or try to move forward? This is the cruel paradox of grieving in public. The very thing that is your solace, your work, your routine, your connection to an audience, is also now a stage where your pain is monitored. A day when Kelly's laughter doesn't reach her eyes might spawn concerned tabloid headlines. A moment when Ryan seems quieter than usual becomes a topic of analysis. They must manage their authentic healing process while simultaneously managing the public's perception of it. Their path forward would likely be a delicate dance between honoring their pain and honoring their commitment to their audience. Perhaps they would return with a quiet, heartfelt thank you, acknowledging the outpouring of support without reopening the wound daily. They might use their platform to gently advocate for a cause related to their experience, transforming personal pain into purpose. The key would be setting boundaries, revealing enough to remain authentic, but protecting the sacred private core of their experience. In doing so, they would model a healthy approach to integrating loss into life, demonstrating that grief is not a problem to be solved, but a landscape to be traversed. Finally, this hypothetical moment invites us to consider the place of sad news in our contemporary ecosystem. We are drowning in information, much of it designed to outrage, polarize, or trivialize. A genuine, unfiltered moment of human emotion cuts through the noise with startling clarity. It resensitizes us. It is a testament to the enduring power of authentic human connection over manufactured content. The announcement, in its raw honesty, would also stand as a quiet rebuke to the cult of perfectionism perpetuated by social media.
Here are two individuals at the pinnacle of success, revealing that the script has gone awry. In a world obsessed with living your best life, they would be demonstrating how to live your real life, with all its attendant pain and uncertainty. This is perhaps their most significant contribution in such a moment, granting us all permission to be imperfect, to be hurt, and to be human.
The headline, Sad News, Ryan and Kelly Ripa's emotional announcement stuns everyone, is not an end. It is a devastating beginning. The true story lies in what follows, the quiet days off air, the strength found in family, the tentative first steps back to the familiar desk, and the long, non-linear journey of healing that happens away from the cameras. There, stunned, everyone will eventually resume its rhythm. The news cycle will turn. But for those who witnessed it, the moment may linger as a touchstone of empathy. We will watch them, not with morbid curiosity, but with a deepened respect. We will see their laughter in the future and understand its weight and its worth. We will appreciate their professionalism, not as a given, but as a choice made daily, sometimes in the face of great personal cost. In the end, the legacy of such an announcement is not the shock itself, but the resilience it reveals. It is a masterclass in how to carry sorrow without being defined by it, how to lean on partnership in the deepest sense, and how to show up for your life and for millions of viewers, even when your heart is breaking. It reminds us that the most compelling stories are not those of unbroken success, but of mended strength. And in that shared understanding, in the quiet empathy that replaces stunned silence, we find not just the meaning behind a headline, but a connection that transcends the screen altogether.